Libra. I just heard Libra Las Vegas. Like they were saying it like Viva Las Vegas, but Libra Las Vegas. You know, there is a first for everything on this channel, and apparently, all right, let's do this. Libra Las Vegas. I'm glad you're joining me today. I wonder what this reading is going to be about. The one yesterday was marvelous. Great energy. Great energy. I wonder. Whew. Burn evenly, man. Vacuum that up later. I'm the worst for ashtrays. Oh, man. I decided to dry joints for a little bit to see. I swear, I don't know what they put in joints, but it's not weed, because it really doesn't get me that high. All right, are we ready? We are. Okay. Libra. Libra. Out in the cold. What's that? Queen of Cups. Interesting message. Interesting message. What I'm getting with this Three of Cups is possibly something like have fun again. Like, right, dolphins have so much fun, okay? When you really watch them, it's like they just make life look fun. No matter what they do. It's like they're always smiling. They're always with the other dolphins that they love. They're just always, dolphins are just, they protect each other. They'll fight fucking sharks. They don't care. They're like fearless. And even an attack on a shark, they make look fun. Because they're tricksters. They're tricky. They do things that you're not expecting them to do. And then you're like, what? And then with this bear, this is Five of Pentacles. I'm kind of getting that like maybe somebody's been alone for a while, in the sense of like kind of a lone bear. Um, not, I don't really want to say homeless, but maybe roaming. Bears really like to roam. They kind of stay in the same area, but the bears here, like, they'll travel all the way down from the mountains into the valleys just to get berries. And then those sons of bitches, they will just walk the river right into the city. Isn't that fucked? Like, I saw a grizzly bear just driving down the road. And of course, no offense, but there were Asians taking pictures of it, and I was like, get the fuck out of here now before these people get jumped by this grizzly bear. So stupid. People are so stupid. Oh my gosh. And then, with this Queen of Cups, I'm getting like this, like right away, whenever I see this one, I always think of the evil eye, right? Because that's what the peacock feather is a form of the evil eye, right? So what they say is like a peacock has like 100 eyes. Like, how many does she have here? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, possibly 14 eyes. And she's looking at everything. Right? And a Queen of Cups would. A Queen of Cups is the mother of the family. She's watching everything. She's watching mainly health and safety. Right? Like, she's watching out for people is what she's doing. She's always watching out for people. She's got eyes in the back of her head like a mother does. Any intuitive mother has eyes in the back of their head. Right? They're always mothers are always on duty with their kids. If they're doing the right job, if they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, then a mother's job doesn't even stop while she's sleeping. Because if that kid wakes up, most likely that mother's going to wake up. So, that said, let's get this dolphin. 5 of Pentacles again. Maybe you are broke and homeless. I don't know. Were you broke and homeless? Pillar to post, roaming around all by yourself? There's a possibility. And I think, okay, so we have the High Priestess with the 5 of Pentacles. I think you know that this is a very dangerous life. Okay, actually, I met a homeless woman a few days ago, and I've been kind of helping her out. Really, she just wants water, so I just get her as much water as I can. And her boyfriend, her husband, decided to grab her and kick the shit out of her again the other day. So then he got picked up by the cops, and so she went off to the campsite by herself, and I was like, that's so scary. Like, she can't just be in that tent by herself. Like, but I mean, they're off on this side of the city, past like train tracks. So she's been okay for like a week. No one's told her to move. But I'm like, still, she looks only like 35 maybe, and she's like 80 fucking pounds. She's not a crackhead by any means. Like, she actually is just muscle. She's pure muscle. She'll kick the shit out of anybody, but she's little. She's so little, and I'm thinking like, man, you can't be out and by yourself like this. Like yeah, he had to be locked up. He has to learn not to fucking fuck around when he's being an idiot and being stupid. But also, you know, when he fucks around, that fucks around her safety. Right? When she was okay, she was like, you know, I'm just going to enjoy the space by myself. There's like often deer that come, and she's got this whole field she gets to hang out with. And she actually really enjoys it in the spot that she is. But still, it doesn't mean that something couldn't happen to her just like that. Right? There's a danger to being out and being left alone. Right? Especially if this is all you have. Like, you can't eat that. You can't use that. It's dead. It's just growing on dead. It's dormant. It's not doing anything. It's not growing. So it's like you can't do anything in a very unhealthy situation, right? And a lot of things can't be done and can't be grown. You know that without enjoying what you do. Maybe that's what we're going to be talking about. Maybe you don't like what you do and you're trying to find a way to enjoy what you do. And that's the thing, is like, everybody has to work. You have to work, you have to make money. But it's just, be smart about what you do, right? Like, there's a smartness behind it. There's not a smartness, more or less, than be smart, not stupid. Work smart, not hard. Right? And that's where you have to learn. And that's why what I do, I rely mainly on gratuities, right? Because I'm most likely, I can't go to school. So how am I ever supposed to make $40 an hour in an office? But I can make $40 an hour in a bar fucking easily, right? So it's like, and I love it, like, you got to find something that you enjoy to do, because you could be teetering on possibly losing your mind. So justice is like, yo, even the scales out, do something that you enjoy. If you are a manager, okay, and you've gone to school to be a manager or hotel manager or something like that, then branch out, go into a different field. Still use the same creds that you've got, but go into a different field. Try something different, right? Give me this bear. Strength in reverse with the magician in reverse. I think what this is saying is like, you can't use magic all the time. Like, if you're used to doing spells or manifesting things, the world is kind of saying that, like, it's not in your best interest. It's not always strong to do magic all the time. Even though you know you can do it, if you know you can make things happen, sometimes you have to let the world do things for you and just magically align, and not always have to make sure that you're lining yourself up. If you're supposed to get something, the world is going to do that for you. You don't always have to try to make magic it all about magic. Magic is naturally around you. That's how we connect with one another, is we use magic to connect with one another, not necessarily to manifest everything we do. We can naturally manifest things on our own without going deep into the arts, okay? And I'm talking dark arts, and that's where people start to sacrifice, and that's where people start to do hexes, and that's where things start getting hurt, right? You can't do things that hurt other people to manifest what you want, unless you're an evil society, okay? I highly, highly, highly doubt you are an evil society. Okay, give me this Queen of Cups, please. Three of Cups again, man. We got double cards. Double cards on both ends. Yeah, something's got to be left behind, okay? Especially if you're holding on to something. Maybe you've been somewhere for a while, and you think, well, my friends work there, my friends are there, I've got to be with my friends. The world is like, you'll make new friends. Friends are always there. Sometimes it's in your best interest to meet new people and not always be around the same people, because you have to remember, you met those people to begin with. So why not meet new people? Right? Because something has to move on and move to the next portion of your life. Okay? And then we're going to do 8 of Wands and the 7 of Pentacles upright, because I believe they want to be upright. Things are going places. And it's one of these things that you could be sitting on something for a while. Okay? And that's what this 5 of Pentacles is. And it's been in your life for a while, but it might not be producing what it did in the past. So you've got to kind of figure out now that this energy moves, it's going to kind of be like, all right, we need to start to see the fruits of our labor. We need to start to see if this is actually going to work. Like, you have to branch out and see if something's going to work. I think this is all about taking the bull by the horns. Like, literally ride that fucking bull to the end. Like, you never know. You could win, right? Like, it's you don't know how you're going to end up. You don't know what's going to end up happening, but you know that movement has to happen. Something has to move forward, right? And I really think that the world's got your back. I really think that a lot of people are watching you, and you've got all eyes on you, in a sense of not public eye, more or less spiritual eye. I don't know if you're like Cherokee or Mohawk, something, maybe descendant, and you've got that in your blood. So you might naturally have like a huge Aboriginal connection, and that's what's keeping you, like, even like I'm seeing petroglyphs, like old, and those people, that could be like, you might have a lot of like older women that really love you. And you know what, now I'm getting one of my favorite broadcasting systems is Acorn TV. They produce like some of the best mini-series I've ever seen, ever. And I was watching this one mini-series called Mystery Road that's actually filmed in Australia. And they're very Aboriginal in Australia, right? Their Aboriginals are like the original walkers of this earth. It's crazy. And the way that these women connect. So there was this murder, this white man killed 5 Aboriginals over water. He poisoned them. His land was the only land that had fresh water. So the natives would come on his land and drink the water, and he fucking poisoned it. He killed 5 people in like 1901 or something. And so the guy that owns the land now, it's obviously generational. He didn't care. He was like, well, why does it matter? It happened over 100 years ago, blah, blah, blah. And like, the sheriff of the town makes it right. Like, she realizes what her grandfather did and how he went and poisoned people. And I don't know, I don't, anyways, that's just like the plot of the series. But what I'm getting is that connection with these women. These women, they just, there's just something about them. There's just something in their hearts. They're bred differently. And because they're so connected. And it's like they're still told about generational lines, and they're told to connect with their loved ones on the other side, right? They're very knowledgeed on past life and karma and death and after death and the afterlife. They're all just very educated on that because they've been brought up that way. They've taught each other what to know. So I feel like maybe that's this. Maybe they're letting you do something, and they're guiding you, or they're watching you in some way, and they're letting you know that like that something is, it's something that you've like maybe put on the back burner. I don't know if you like put a project on the back burner and like left it there for a while. They're like, it's ready to go to the next stage now. It's like you could open up the channel or the box or something again and try that again, because now it's been left alone for a while, that it can be brought back to life again. And maybe that's what you have to walk away from, is it could have, something could have been made with somebody else in the past that was a friend, and then you said you would never do it again, but then that friend walked away. So you're like, okay, so say you and a friend in your shed back in the day made a radio, and the one friend walked away, and then you just left the radio in the shed for 10 years, and you're like, well, okay, like nobody's done this still, so I'm gonna do it. Like, my friend doesn't want to do it anymore. They clearly left. They walked away 10 years ago. They don't want anything to do with it, so I'm gonna open it back up again, and I'm gonna try it. I mean, if there's no patent and there's nobody that's like, I made that, you know, like, make sure you cover your ass, right? You tell this person that you're going to do it again, right? And you're not just, I mean, but at the same time, if their name's not on it, and it's a dual thing. I hate to see something come back and bite you in the ass again another 10 years down the road, right? Once this person finds out what you did and reopened it, right? Like, again, I'm getting Ghostbusters, you know, the new, I can't even say the new Ghostbusters because there's been like 3 Ghostbusters since the original, you know, the girls, when they did that one Ghostbusters, and she puts the book online and the other girl's trying to get tenure, and she's like, what the fuck, take the book down. Like, she went and she started selling their book behind the other author's back. Right? So, I mean, they didn't get in trouble because they're friends, you know, but you have to be careful that if there is a lawsuit that could happen, you might always just want to let this person know, hey, you walked away. Is it okay that I do this? Because I don't want you coming back in the end and biting me for it once it produces something. Like, when somebody walks away, they forfeit the game. That's the way that I see it. But it's 2023 and everybody has a fucking lawyer. Okay? And they're just waiting to sue you for whatever the fuck they can. So just be careful. Because you have to proceed on. And it might hurt because you started it with somebody else. But who gives a fuck? Whatever. That's sometimes how it works. Maybe it was going to go into a direction that now it's going to go into a different direction because you're going to have new eyes on it. Maybe it was just you needed the original person with the original vision that helped you make it. And now, in order to complete it, it needs somebody else's point of view. Right? You never know. Someone's watching out for you, like big time. And they know you've worked hard on something. And they also know that you've left something out of your life for a while. And they don't know, you know, like they're like, well, maybe you're ready to do this again. Like, I'm also getting like a YouTube channel or something. Like, you know how everybody seems to be doing that, come into our life and they like film going to Walmart together and like IKEA and shit. Maybe that's what you're gonna do. I don't know. Maybe you started it with somebody and it was like home diaries or something, and now you want to open it up, but now you've got like a different girlfriend or like a different wife or like a different husband or something. Like, whatever. I mean, I don't really know if you can wipe what you did in the past and just go from that. Maybe that's what you can do. Maybe you can use the same idea, but you build a new one. Maybe that's what you can do. Because think about it. If it is like something like a radio, clearly you can get another engineer. You can get somebody else that can design something for you, or you can do all new video vlogs, I think they call them. Something like that, right? Like, you can always use that same idea, but dump everything that was there and start fresh. That also could work. Because, like, that's kind of what this is about. Yeah, like, he's leaving with everything, but he also has to walk away with everything, you know? So it's like, you might have to wipe the slate and leave with everything, but you still have it all with you as like knowledge, as fire, as like the fuel that burns your loins. I don't know. Anyways, I think I'm gonna kind of leave it at that. That was like some good messages that came in there. I feel like somebody's like great grandmother is like coming through, trying to, and it maybe makes sense because of Mother's Day yesterday. Maybe somebody was missing their mother or something, or their grandmother or something, and they were thinking about them. And well, this could be a message. I think this is a message from an ancient. Maybe that's how I'm gonna title this video. I don't know. I'll have to let this ancient grandmother speak to me a little bit more and tell me what to do. I'm sure she won't care. Ha! Now I hear Yellow Wolf. It's hilarious. Yeah, so if you want a personal reading, oh, look at that. Rise from the ashes. Yeah, something's got to rise again. It's just when the phoenix rises, right? It's from ashes, so it's reborn. There's the buffalo. The Fool. Look at that, the beginning. There's all that lightning. The beginning starts, and then the good old Queen of Wands, something completes. There's that third eye again. There's the Empress. There's the Moon. And then the Two of Cups. So, rising again on a new path with some serious fire is pretty freaking cool. So, if you want a personal reading, let me know. WhitneyMoonshine@gmail.com. And I also have all my readings in the About section of the channel. So you can check that out if you'd like. And anyways, this is it. Thank you very much for watching. Have a wonderful day. And thanks for subscribing. Peace.